Hi everyone, my name is Nicole and you are on my channel, Nicole's Digest. I first want to apologize. It's been a couple of years since I last did my video, as most of you are seeing on my channel. I did 2 videos on Ava and I wasn't pregnant at the time. However, I have great news and I actually did get pregnant. There's a whole backstory to it. I suffered with infertility. I want to do videos on that. But I had to go a step farther than just using the Ava. But anyways, I have a baby who's currently napping and she is 15 weeks old. So that's going on 4 months now. But this video I wanted to do is primarily just on swaddles. So if you are a first-time mother, first-time parent, you're probably going through what my husband and I went through a few months ago, which is just having to take care of a newborn, getting used to that lifestyle, and then the whole not sleeping phase. I can tell you that it does get better. We are sleeping throughout the night. Baby is sleeping throughout the night, so that means we're sleeping throughout the night. And something that they do tell you before you have a baby is to swaddle. So what newborns have is the Moro reflex, where they'll startle with their hands like this and it wakes them up, which is why they have to be swaddled. So it kind of prevents that from happening and allows you to sleep for longer stretches at a time. But if you're going through the first 2 weeks with a newborn, no matter what, you've got to feed around the clock. So there's no getting around that. But I wanted to share with you some of the different types of swaddles that have worked for my baby and for us, which is giving us peace of mind and our sanity back. And I can tell you that we did try the traditional swaddle. Okay, that's when you wrap them up like a burrito with, a blanket and things like that. They teach you that in the hospital. It's not really hard to do, but I did notice that the traditional swaddle wasn't working for my baby, because she liked to sleep with her hands like this, and no matter how tight we swaddled her in that traditional swaddle, she would always break free, and then she would startle herself and wake up. So like you're probably, it's in the middle of the night and you're Googling stuff, how to get my baby to sleep through the night, because I did just exactly that. I spent a lot of money trying different products, but I want to share with you what has worked for us. So the first swaddle that we tried was the Sleepy Swaddle, and it's by Happiest Baby. I am going to include a link down below for you just to make it easier on how to find the product. And this is what the swaddle is. So it's nothing like your traditional swaddle, and you have your zipper to open it up, and then you have like the strap here on the upper part of the body, or of the swaddle actually, which allows you to open it up. So you just put your baby here, and then you put their hands down on both sides, and then you just kind of wrap them up like that and zip them up, and it literally takes seconds. Sometimes I notice with the traditional swaddle, when the baby is sleeping and you're trying to put them in the swaddle, you wake them back up again because of all the movement. So this allows you to kind of swaddle your baby quickly and not have to worry about waking up your baby too much. So this has been a lifesaver. This actually allowed us to sleep, I want to say like after the first month, this allowed us to sleep about 4 to 5 hours at a time, because at that point in time, when she was like a little over a month old, you still have to wake up in the middle of the night and do a feeding in the middle of the night. But then she would fall back asleep and I'd put her back in her swaddle and then allow us to sleep another 4 hours until the morning. So then that's that. I really enjoyed this. We stopped using this a little over a week ago, just because she started to roll over, but I do have a swaddle for a situation like that. I also wanted to try this swaddle out. It's called the Love to Dream Swaddle. So kind of similar to the other one I just showed you. You just zip it up, but there is no strap. And because my baby likes to sleep with her hands above her head, it has like these little wings here at the top. So you put your baby's hands in each one, and it kind of like allows her to sleep like this. Okay, so what that allows you to do, or the baby to do rather, is to self-soothe, because when they wake up in the middle of the night and they do that, they look for their hands, because babies only know how to suck, which allows them to self-soothe. So she'll start sucking her hands, or she'll put her hand to her mouth, and that allows her to go back to sleep. So I'd want to say we started using this around the 2nd month, and this also helped because she loved it. It allowed her to bring her hands to her face, and that's when we started to sleep 8 hours a night. I'll include a link down below for you to, if you're interested to purchase this swaddle. But we did interchange during this phase between these 2 swaddles. The one where it holds her arms down, and then the one that just kind of keeps her arms in these wings. It just kind of depends, because she was at one point kind of waking up throughout the night, and then she would kind of wiggle around, or she would kick in this thing, and so we would try this for a few nights and then go back and forth. But this is all while we were still using the Bassinet, if you guys are using a Bassinet at all. So there's that. I do have one more swaddle, because now she's pushing on 4 months old. She's starting to learn how to roll over or fall on her side. So you can't use these swaddles if your baby is starting to do that, because then they can't use their arms to kind of push them around, and then you don't want anything to happen to your baby, because they could suffocate like that if they end up rolling over, and then they can't use their arms to move back. So the last swaddle I wanted to show you that has worked for us is called Zippity Zip Swaddle by Sleeping Baby, and you don't start to use this until the baby is about 3 months old. And this is a type of swaddle that you want to use when your baby is starting to roll over. Thankfully, we did transition into this swaddle. I got this swaddle, my goodness, about maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it came at the right time, or I decided to use it at the right time, because we started crib training my baby, and she has been in the swaddle for the last 2 weeks, and then as of last night she has started to roll over and kick, and this swaddle allows your baby to do that, and you don't have to worry about their safety. So similar to the last swaddle I showed you, it still has a zipper entry. So you put the baby in, the feet go here, and then hands on each side. But you're probably like, well, what about the last one? It had wings on it, and you can put the baby's arms on either side. Well, this one allows for more room for your baby's arms, so that if they do end up rolling over, they can push themselves back onto their back or to their side. So this has been a dream. So we've been sleeping 8 hours throughout the night, and baby loves it, so that's what she's in now. I did have to order 2 because one was too big. Okay, so we hope that these swaddles work for you guys, because they have been heaven sent for us. And again, it's all just a phase. You'll get through it, you'll get your sleep back, you'll be happy again, you'll be normal again. But these are the products that work for us, so we hope that it also works for you as well. Okay, so all 3 products have been listed in links down below if you're interested in purchasing them. I hope they work well for you. Please like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any questions at all, leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And then stay tuned for all you expecting parents and then new parents. I will be doing additional videos on products that have worked for my husband and I, and how we're adapting to parent life. Thank you very much, and happy holidays.